What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It's episode number 23. Lots to get through today, as always. Let's crack straight on. Great start for Valencia until our last two league games where we slipped up, only picking up 1 point from a possible 6 and no wins in our last two. So today, let's start off by returning to winning ways domestically. Sporting Gijón away. That was Valencia. Van Hecker to Lee. Giro to the right, Silva to the left. It'll go to the latter. It's a great first touch. It's a better second one. Ripped past Janez and into the far corner, and we lead away in Gijón. Can't afford not to win this game after none in our last two domestically. This has been a far from convincing performance, but it will be. So we'll go right. Good space for Giro to run left. Back to winning ways in the league. Oh, Giro almost fired one in from range. Given Samu a breather tonight, he does get tired quite a lot at number 9. So I can't start him in every game, but thankfully that first half goal from Silva. And a second half goal from Silva. He's onside there. He's going to wrap it up. Not at our best, but back to winning ways. Valencia back on track. Might even get a third goal as well. I'd love to get Fabio a hat-trick if possible. Oh, what a ball. And the finish, cool as you like, and that will be it. A hat-trick for Fabio Silva, his first of the season after winning that Golden Boot and assist title last year, and snubbed for the Player of the Season award. But that'll do it. 3-0 win away in Gijón, and a big, big victory after none in our last two in the league. We needed that, and I'm going to use that word very, very carefully. Need. Back from the international break, if only it was over so quickly in real life as well, following contest, as we're back in the Mestalla as well. Real Zaragoza, the lads from the city I'm desperate to visit, comes to the Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. I think when the international breaks are, I actually don't mind it too much when it's a qualifier. That's fine. We've got World Cup qualifiers starting on Friday. And to be fair, I'm actually quite looking forward to these two because it's our first games in charge with Thomas Tuchel. So I'm quite looking forward to those. I'll listen to the games in the gym. But what I don't like is when it's for a friendly. It's like last year, we had two friendlies around this time. I can't remember who they were against. Oh, his Lee fires just over the line. It's like, what's the point? If it's a qualifier, fair enough. I'm not going to complain about that. I understand players need a break at the end of the season. You can't expect them to play for all summer. That's fine. That's fair enough. But why break up the calendar, which we all accept domestically and in the European games as well, has too many fixtures in nowadays? Why break it up for a fortnight and play meaningless international friendlies? That's where I've got the issue with. I don't mind the qualifiers, that's fine. Oh, great save, Chevalier, yeah, but the rebound headed home. But friendlies, international friendlies midway through the season, in my opinion, should go and never come back. I just looked it up. Those friendlies last year in March were against Brazil and Belgium. What's the point? Why? There is no need for that. Absolutely no need. And I know what you might be thinking. Hang on a second, Doxy boy. We had the Euros in the summer. We wanted to, get prepared for that. We did. We played two friendlies a week before the Euros. Doing it in March is pointless. There's still tons of club games to play. The good vibes go out the window when you're battling with your national teammates for domestic and possibly European honours as well. It's my possibly. Oh, as Correa is denied a leveller. Possibly my biggest pet peeve during a season. That again, qualifiers fine. National tournaments such as the African Cup of Nations, which occurs in January as Silverhead is wide, also fine. But friendlies are just, what is the point? I do think we probably will see them scrapped sooner rather than later as Silva finally fires in the leveller after a first half of somehow trailing yet dominant football. You know me, man. I'm normally very kind of fair. Chevalier makes a great save there to keep us still tied. And I'm not really someone who gets frustrated about things. I'm normally quite understanding. But to me, it's just, since I was a kid, I've just seen the game go one way and more further towards this way, which is profit over people in every single way, including over players' fitness and health concerns as well, by adding more games into the calendar with the amount of money that's in football nowadays, and yet ticket prices continuing to rise, subscription services prices continuing to rise to watch games, and just experiences for the days continuing to rise in price, and it really just feels like the game Has always been a business for a long time, but now it's gone too far in one direction. And also, I don't know I'm making this point now because, again, this weekend, as I said, it's not friendlies, it's qualifiers, which I've got no problem with. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing how Tuchel gets on in his first squad. Will Dan Burn make an appearance after that brilliant display in the Carabao Cup final? Well, I guess we will see. Anyway, following game, and we're going away for this one as we travel to Hungary, taking on Ferencváros on match day 3 of the Champions League phase, aim to stay 100% in Europe to kick the season off. Vamos Valencia. Recently we've been talking about great cities that I'd like to visit one day, and tonight in the fabulous city of Budapest, well, there is an outside shot I might be going in next year for a stag. I'm not best man, I'm not deciding the location, but there's a good idea, good guess that we'll be going there next year. Never visited before, and I'd really like to go to Hungary once. So maybe next year I'll go to a Ferencváros game. But tonight I don't want to see the green and white striped side get the win. I want to get the win against them. Fabio Silva continuing his red hot start. Valencia lead early in Budapest. 7 after the restart, still leading by 1. I've got to be honest, there's not been much going on in this game. But as things stand, it will be our 3rd win in a row in Europe until finally the hosts get a chance to score from it as well. Often the way, man, often the way. No danger until there's one chance. And in games like those, you know that chance normally hits the back of the net. Oh, no. Saldana got the leveller and almost put us a goal down. What a save by Chevalier. And suddenly, out of nowhere, this game has totally turned on its head. From being in control and a goal up to going a goal down. What a brilliant finish. And it made us partying in Budapest tonight. It's Ferencváros. And you talk about throwaways, man. This is, oh dear, this is it. That sums up the night. Van Heck and Mascara looking at each other as if to say, what on earth has just happened there? And as Pedrosa is dispossessed, this will be free, this will be game. We've not got an easy run of fixtures in the league phase. We might have won away at the San Siro and in Donetsk as well. But we've got Spurs, we've got PSG, we've still got Leipzig, we've got Marseille as well. Those are our next 2 games. And so having lost already in 3 games, it's not the start we were hoping for. First game in Europe we don't win, we lose in embarrassing fashion from a goal up, absolutely throwing it away. Well, that's karma for dissing mid-season friendlies, Doxy boy, and there's nothing friendly about the next game either, not an easy one too, following contest away to Bernabeu. Real Madrid in the Spanish capital, of course, who thrashed us in the Copa del Rey final 2 years ago. They haven't won La Liga since the Sabres began, they'll be going for it this year, as will we, so a massive game here. Vamos Valencia. See with the game, I've gone for Ansu Fati over Lee, despite a good start for the Korean, because he always comes alive in the big games, Ansu Fati. But tonight, I'll be oh, what a save, Chevalier, and a big block, and we asking him to come alive in the second half and bail us out. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. It's just willed in. Look at this, man, brilliant save by Chevalier, and an amazing block, and then a scramble falls to Diao, who turns in to the open goal. Sometimes you've just got to accept it, man. Bit of bad luck. You get good luck from time to time, and thus you have to accept the bad luck when it comes your way. Samu. Yes, but straight from kick-off, the leveller by our number 9. Kick for Valencia. And I'm going to give it to Fati, even though his stats are worse than Pepe Luz, because again, this guy just seems to come alive in the big games. So why not here at the Bernabeu from 30 yards? It's a good attempt. It's literally just grazed the top of the crossbar. Still 1-1, but I think we can go and win this. He's a big game player, Ansu Fati, in this save. Vinicius trying to step inside. Oh, and Mbappe beats his compatriot with a quick snapshot past Chevalier, and Real Madrid restore the lead. That's the sort of goalkeeping which I signed Chevalier to improve upon from Sanchez last year. That's really poor. It was straight at him, literally straight at him. And if he just stands still, it probably hits him in the groin. Football in the groin! But it's a save, you know, and it keeps us still level. And that's the kind of thing we often saw from Sanchez. Not what I was hoping from what is now the most expensive goalkeeper in club history, as Mbappe almost wrapped it up. 25 to go. I do see it being a fourth goal. Would it be a dagger or would it be a leveller? I think that is probably going to do it. There's 11 minutes to go, but as Mbappe receives the ball, he's had a great game. Barca stops him from getting a second. Pepe Lu finds Prados. And is there still time? Yes, obviously. And Silva's on! Silva's on! Fabio! Come on! Silva with the leveller. Massive goal at the Bernabeu. Cannot lose this. What a thriller of a game. This has been absolutely class. And is there time for a late twist in the tail? Generational superstar elite number 9 Kylian Mbappe wins it for Real Madrid, and once again our hearts are broken at the Bernabeu. Just can't beat these guys. I think we've only beaten Carlos' side once in the entire save so far, man. Not surprised at their record we've got getting worse, but it's going to have to improve if we are to topple them for major domestic honours. Anyway, following contest Wednesday night, aiming to get back to winning ways here. Tough 1-2 away in Seville against Real Betis and our arch nemesis, Cucho. Vamos Valencia. Sometimes I can be a little bit snappy in my judgment, and as I've mentioned before, I'm guilty of being hyperbolic at times, saying, oh, we need to win this, we can't lose this, but I don't think we can lose this. It's that man again who chips in the opener. So it'll be 3 defeats in a row in all competitions. Starting to lose ground in the early race for pole position. That's a cracking ball over the top, but Chevalier did really well to just parry it out of his box and not take it over the line for a handle outside of it. Very rare kind of animation now. You don't see it, but smart. And it's led to a breakaway, which Guerra drills in off the bar. Come on! Intelligent keeping from Chevalier. Crisp finish from the vice-captain. Valencia level, and we can't afford to lose again. 2 years ago, we performed well above expectations, reaching the cup final, and granted got battered, but made it there regardless, and finishing in the Champions League. This year, oh dear, that's the minimum expectation. Chevalier could say, things have changed. Things have changed. We're no longer a Valencia team that are in transition, trying to build something. We have built something, a quality team, and now it's time to prove that. I don't quite know what to say about that sequence, but it's led to a goal. Come on! Van Ecker's stumbling like Bambi on ice. Bro, the ball's right there. The ball's right next to you. Just turning around in circles. I don't win anywhere close to as much as used to, and certainly not as quick as I used to, that's for sure. And I like that, because it makes the games more challenging. I don't dominate like I used to back in the days of, I guess, FIFA 14 and FIFA 15. And again, I think that's a good thing as well. That's gone. I don't want to dominate, especially not early, but I'm still so frustrated when I'm letting myself down with the performances. Hugo Giroud levels again, 2-2. It's another game without a win, our 3rd straight in all competitions, and our problems laid bare for all to see. Going forward, no problems at all, but defensively, we are really struggling. No clean sheets in our last 4 and 8 goals conceded in these past 3 games. Let's tighten up and return to winning ways here. Following contest, Real Oviedo at the Mestalla, Vamos Valencia. It's so cool when a team kind of comes from nowhere to rise up the table in an RTG, like an AI club I should say. Like Oviedo were a second division side at the start of the save. Last year only just missed out on European football. This year going for Champions League. But this will be a big win to try and say to them, you're not at our level just yet. Hugo Giroud with the opener, Valencia in front. We've got that trip to Germany on Wednesday night against RB Leipzig, and that's a massive game in the Champions League too, because the one thing I don't want to do is go into it with no wins in our last 4 on the back of a surprise defeat in Hungary. Big second half to come here. Oviedo with a leveller, and our defensive woes continuing. Second half underway, still tied at 1-1. I do think we'll get 1 or 2 chances in the second to win it. But it's been a bit of a quiet game, despite the fact it's been 2 goals. It's been a bit of a rare one, really. The only chances have resulted in goals, but when that's the case, it means that if you get another chance, you'll back yourself to take it. Right on cue, Hugo Lloris says, I will. Second for Hugo, and Valencia restore the lead. It's a nice ball through that. And Oviedo looking to get back on level terms again. Oh, silly. I don't think it'd be a red. It's a booking, but what's he protesting for? Like, those animations need to be worked on, man, because that's a clear penalty. Chevalier saved on the opening day. He's not going to save this one. That's so stupid for me. What am I doing? When you're out of form, those are the silly mistakes you can't afford to make. Unfortunately, right now, I just keep on making the errors. A rash decision diving in, giving away the penalty, and costing us 2 points as Valencia's winless run continues. And the following game is a massive test as well. Next up, Europe, match day 4 away against RB Leipzig. After losing in Hungary, we cannot afford to lose again. And if we don't return to winning ways, it'll be none in our last 5 in all competitions. Big test here. Vamos Valencia. Thing is, as I mentioned before, these are my favourite parts of the game. You know, the big tests, the big pressure on your shoulders. Can you handle it? You know, it's great when you go on a winning run. It's amazing when you build like a dominant team and you're having a dynasty of a few years. But oh, what a save! These are the moments I enjoy the most. Can you come through the pressure, smiling with success? Ederson with the save. There's the ex-Man City goalkeeper. Keeps us still tied at 0-0 for now, with another good one, denying Pepe Lu, but Samu keeps a chance alive, rolls it back in Esquerra, and again it's Ederson with the save. Anthony Elanga through the gap, finds Kai Havertz, the ex-Premier League boys linking up. His shot blocked straight into the path of Jonathan David, who opens to scoring. Sometimes just nothing you can do about it. The Canadian international puts Leipzig in front. Valencia are in free fall. You got to want it, you know, and even for the goal, you know, you could look at that and say if you were just a step quicker, you'd have intercepted that. So that's a cracking ball, and Samu takes it. That's a brilliant, brilliant ball, and a great control and finish. Come on, Camavinga, shall you see him on to Havertz? You can't defend like this at this level. At the start of the season, I said I wanted us to target a domestic double and reach the Champions League semi-finals. What on earth was I thinking? Because we'd be lucky to make it out the league phase and be back in the Champions League next season playing like this. No wins in our last 5 games, and what a tough one to end on today. Our final contest away in Catalonia against the champions, Barcelona away. You talk about tough tests, this is the toughest. Vamos Valencia. Gaia trying to feed it through the gap to find Silva. Does brilliantly well there. And the skipper continues his run. The senior in the team, who needs to lead by example, which he does. Come on! Great run from the senior. Big finish from Samu. Valencia lead away the champions. Declan Rice's cross blocked by Correa. And this is much better. Much, much, much better defensively. We've been leaking goals left, right and centre, but 10 after the restart, and we have shut the door on the champions tonight. Easy claim for Chevalier. I was going to time waste there, but instead, captain's calling for it. And in a game where we've needed a captain to lead by example, he's had a stormer, he's rolled it across, it's Silva, and it shouldn't be, oh, it is 2! It is 2! I thought it was going to get intercepted. It wasn't. Samu with the double. Valencia 2 up. When you're going through tough times, you need your captain to stand up out there, lead by example, and steady the ship through the storm. Jose Gaia answered the call. Brilliant display from the veteran left back. Brilliant display from Valencia as we go away from home and beat the champions 2-0 for a rare clean sheet and victory. Tough run for Valencia, but hopefully this will spark us back on a winning run. But that'll do it for today's episode of the La Liga Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Myself to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more big games in the Champions League after back-to-back losses in Europe and huge games in the League too, aiming to keep pace with the league leaders. Have a great day. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.